podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
All right, well,
I want Wilder.
All right, let me
I want Joshua. Joshua, come and see me, baby.
Well, if
no
he
more
doesn't...
hiding, no more ducking, no more dodging, no more excuses. Let's make the fight happen. Let's see who's the best. I know I'm the best. Are you up for the test?
Will you go and fight him in England if that's required?
You know, my belt says the heavyweight champion of the world.
So does his. And he has
but
a couple
the thing about him, between the difference between me and him, they rather stay in their safe haven over in England.
But will you go? There's the question.
I would go anywhere in the world, Jim. Anywhere in the world. When I'm about to go to Russia, I'll go to England as well, too. So make the date. Don't wait.
All right. Let's hope it happens. Deontay, congratulations. Thank you.
Bomb Squad!
Saying is rising stars wake up before the sun. When you look at the likes of Tyson, Ali, then it's Lewis around the Holyfield. I want my name amongst these people.
It's been a long time coming since we've seen some excitement in the heavyweight division. We have to come back. We need somebody in there to come back.
Deontay is doing the right things right now. He's winning fights and he's got a great trainer. Each fight we're seeing improvement.
Hoping you can say something about Deontay Wilder, but it is what it is.
And if that fight happens next, so be it. You know me. We don't duck anyone. 3.5 years in the game. 19-0. We're making noise right now. We'll have a fun time together.
Bomb Squad!
Matt, are you any more excited with
of
the
course.
epic intro?
Of course, that's great.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another spontaneous edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. Hashtag TBV Podcast. Me and Matt, we're back with another breaking news episode. I'm back from Houston, Texas. Houston, I love you. You guys definitely held it down for the kid. Thank you to everyone that follows me on Instagram, making sure when I am state to state, city to city, and country to country, I stay medicated. So Deontay Wilder has some interesting headlines. Matt, you want to give the exact details? I know you want your little pretty intro and every. What is this? Oh, he's on the telephone. Could he be on the phone with Deontay Wilder? Who could Matthew be talking to with the Abnamara's haircut going on over there? So, all right. I'll pull it up myself. Wilder, basically, I'm going to paraphrase here. He basically came out and said that he's willing to take whatever it is that Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn are, offering. But they would have to do the same in the rematch. So let's say it's hypothetically, 33%. Well, then he's saying, if I win, I need you to take the 33% on the rematch. Now, I'm going to let Matt give you more details because that was my, I paraphrased that basically. But Matt, give him any more details you may have on this because that's the way I'm receiving it. And then I'll give you not my reasons, but how I feel about this.
Well, these quotes he was at a media event in LA, northern LA, and he was talking to the media there.
Which you can check our YouTube channel while Matt corrects his mic issues. Aaron Cantu, the Can Man, was out there and he got some exclusives with Deontay Wilder, both in and out the ring. So head on over to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/ThaBoxingVoice or ThaBoxingVoice.com/videos.
Yes. So you can find the quotes on Boxing Scene and other outlets if you want to find a actual, wording of it instead of a video. Some quotes that he said, referring to Anthony Joshua, he said, "You don't know anything about me offering nothing. But y'all are supposed to be making all this money. Where's my offer at? When I get my offer, whatever he offered me, this is the deal, right? Here's the deal, right? Whatever he offered me, he must take that same deal in the rematch. And obviously the implication of that is that whatever split he takes in the initial fight, and when he beats or if he beats Joshua, the split reverses and he's supposed to take the B-side split in the rematch, referring to Joshua. He goes on to say about, talking about Dylan White and all this. There's more stuff I can go into if you want. He reiterates that he will fight in his own backyard. He will fight in London. He doesn't care. He will say, I'll go anywhere. So just a further hyping up of the fight and further, I would say, promotion. Ness.
Would you consider this what some fight fans will just say is him staying relevant in the news? We have questioned whether other fighters have done this when they have an upcoming fight. So we should be fair and question, is Wilder just saying this stuff because he's about to fight Ortiz
Of course.
in a month?
Well, he was at a media event. Like, I mean, unfortunately.
Yes. No. But I mean specifically the taking of the offer and then expecting it to be reversed and the shoe be on the other foot if he wins.
Well,
Let's
we knew
focus
his
on
narrative.
that, you and I. Let's you and I focus on that and see if that's even realistic. Is that realistic?
What's realistic? The split reversing?
The B side, let's be honest, telling the A side, all right, I'll accept your offer, but it's with a clause, and that clause is, if and when I win, you must take the same offer. As a B side, that seems like an A side conversation. You know what I'm saying? That's a big demand because listen, the second fight is going to be bigger, Poppy. It's going to be bigger. He's not supposed to win, according to the fans and maybe the bookies. So if he wins, why would Joshua take less? It's bigger. It's like the Vladimir Klitschko fight with Joshua. When that was over, the rematch was going to be bigger.
True. I would really have to find out some more information, do some digging into other fights with rematch clauses, and if the split would have reversed in the rematch, depending on who won. That would be very interesting to find out. I'll probably, I know we're going to be with Abel Sanchez soon for the Canelo Triple G, press tour, and we're going to be able to interview him for maybe a media event. Some slight little hint there, maybe. So I'll be able to ask him, and obviously we're going to be with Deontay Wilder next week. We'll be able to talk to him more about it then to see if it's even realistically possible.
Speaking of being with people, shameless plug. Don't forget to head on over to the YouTube channel, ThaBoxingVoice.com/videos, because since he's saying we're gonna be with Abel and we're gonna be with Wilder, I was just with Jermel and Jamal Charlo. Head on over to the channel, check out some of the footage. Everything has not been released, okay? I mean, I got hours of stuff, all right? But Matt sent me out there to do battle on my own, so
Yes, it was my executive decision to send you out there. I made the call. That is true. I am secretly in charge, everyone. The real Al Heyman of TBV over here. But I think Deontay Wilder is changing the narrative like he was supposed to. Originally he came out and said 50-50 to rile up all the AJ protectors and all of his fans, and that worked. Because that's still talked about. All the UK fans that listen to the show still bring up that 50-50 split and how Wilder's ducking because of it. But I think that was a purposely planned statement by Wilder. And this is the next phase of the narrative of the buildup is the split change. That, I'll take the B-side split in the first fight. This is Wilder saying, I'll take the B-side split, no problem. I'm not demanding 50-50, but in the rematch, I want more than 50-50. And that's going to be his narrative, and that's going to piss off the AJ fans. It's going to rile up his fans. I think it's just very smart marketing.
It's also going to force Eddie Hearn to negotiate a little more, I guess, aggressively, because you have to take this statement at least into consideration if you're Eddie Hearn. You know, if they continue to push the narrative in the negotiation table, this is not something that if you're Eddie and then you're Anthony Joshua, you want to put down on paper. And God forbid you lose. Now you end up fighting a guy you lost to for less money, Matt. I mean, we got to say this in, layman's terms for these people. They're not understanding. So I think that Wilder is saying this. Why? Because he could use it as a negotiation tactic. It's like, all right, I'll take the short amount of money, but you're pinning yourself with your back against the wall, into smaller money for the bigger fight in the rematch if you lose. So for that not to happen, they probably just come up with a better initial offer. And keep in mind, Joseph is rumored to have gotten 33%. Like, how much more does Wilder want? We all know he's not getting 50, okay? And we all know he's got to get more than Joseph if Joseph loses.
And maybe when we have some callers and stuff, maybe I'll go to it, but and research it very quickly. But I believe there is a rematch clause for the AJ Parker fight, and in the rematch clause, if Parker wins, he does get a pay increase. Not that it reverses, but I'm pretty sure he does get like a 10% increase in split or something like that. Like he goes from 35 to 45 or whatever it is, right? I think that's how it is. I do need to check that though. Do not quote me on that.
Let me tell you something. Wilder would have shit for luck if Joseph somehow beats Anthony Joshua. You know, the rematch is going back to New Zealand, a la Jeff Horn in Australia. Anthony's going to have to go over there. He's known, even though Wilder don't think he's known, especially if not in America, he's known in other countries. I think they know him in New Zealand. I think they'll put on a big show. And with Joseph turning around, ending up the A side, I'm pretty sure they could put together a pretty package, but that will leave Wilder on the outside because rematches mean something, bro. Like Canelo and Triple G are in a rematch for a reason, and let me tell you, I was just at the Charlos, but everyone's expecting a trilogy. Like if Canelo wins, why doesn't he give Triple G another one, right? Like, why not, right?
But there's probably another million pay-per-view buys. It's and if he wins, then it's a sign that he is the guy, right? Like he has Triple G's number potentially.
And if he loses, there's still another one. You know what I'm saying?
Easily. And even if he does lose, I don't think he's going to lose in spectacular fashion. Like, it'll
be another tight fight.
Yeah. No matter who wins the fight.
We're totally going off topic, but in order for Canelo to lose that fight, he has to completely not work on his stamina issues, which could probably never be corrected this late in his career. I mean, we've always said that Canelo has fought in spurts, but that's a totally different topic and a totally different podcast for another day.
True. Digressing, I think again, this is not real. Like there's no reality behind this. But it's definitely a narrative switch. It's definitely
to the negotiation table.
It may be definitely said in the negotiation table, but it's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I'll put it that way. That's my firm opinion and hot take that this split reversal does not happen where Wilder gets more than 50-50 in the rematch if he wins. I don't think that happens. Eddie Hearn and AJ are too much of a powerhouse as A side. And they're too shrewd businessmen. They're too smart when it comes to this. They're not going to let that up. They're not going to allow that sort of monetary loss in a sense in a rematch potentially. They're not going to do that. This is a clever narrative switch by Wilder when it comes to the purse split with this fight, and I think it's going to do exactly what him and his team are planning and rile up the AJ fans, create more debate, and I think it's very smart. I think both sides are playing their hands quite well.
I want to switch my attention to Wilder's media workout yesterday. Since the AJ protectors like to speak of profile and what has he done and et cetera, et cetera. I think that, I don't know if it's Schaefer. I don't know if Heyman is finally starting to get it right, Matt. Could it be that they're paying attention to more programming from people like us in the new media, not just the Boxing Voice, but others that do the same and are out there consistently, daily grinding, bringing you daily news and headlines.
That is absolutely true. That is absolutely true, by the way. That old forms of the industry and media are paying attention to new media now.
Oh, absolutely.
That's not even just
not like Kevin Iole with a YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's not just boxing. That's everything right now. So yeah, that they are listening. They are paying attention. Absolutely.
Kevin got a YouTube. I'm like, oh,
Kevin, man. Yo, Kevin, hit us up, man. We're helping you out, man.
Verified with 2,000 followers.
Yo, yo, Kevin, please hit someone up to help you out with your audio, man. We love you, Kevin, but you gotta clean that up. Come on, get a mic.
So again, someone's working, Matt. Early stage of PBC and Al Heyman and just Showtime and boxing in general. Lack of promotion, lack of buildup.
Ooh, hold on. A new associate producer in the chat. Thank you, KSM HB J Dog. Saying per boxing scene, if Joseph Parker wins, he will get 55% in rematch. He is saying he's going to email us the article right now. Thank you. Email the Boxing Voice with it.
Oh, there you go. So Wilder just gets his.
Never mind. I changed my opinion then. Because that is true. It's 100% possible with Wilder. 100% possible then. Because I don't think Joseph Parker is the B side that is Wilder. Let's just be completely honest with that.
No, of course not. So what I was trying to say is, bro, it's February 9th. So officially we have less than a month before Wilder's fight, but technically it's about a month out. It's about a month out, you know what I mean? Couple days shy of a month. Do you find it odd from an Al Heyman PBC standpoint to be seeing Wilder doing an LA media workout 30 days out?
No. I'll put it this way. The added context to the event. B, it's at 8 p.m. I think that's ridiculous. I've never been at a media event that's at night or that late. They're always around noon, 1 p.m. Every single one I've ever been to, from Canelo to Robert Guerrero to undercard guys at the Belasco, it is noon, 1 p.m.-ish. Always. 8 p.m. media day in San Fernando Valley. And, maybe if you're not in LA, you don't understand that. That's really not in anywhere close to LA in terms of convenience. That was like an hour and a half drive from me, and I live in Long Beach. Like, come on, man. Like, you can't do that. You got to put in a little more of a better location.
You're coming from a complaining standpoint. I'm saying the critics would say that they're not doing enough promoting, and now here we find ourselves with them doing things right. And I'm asking you, is that Schaefer? Is it Heyman finally getting right? Are they listening to our programming and more new age media? Because think about it, right?
No, well, what's different? They've had media events.
I'm going to explain.
Okay, because they've had media workouts for a very long time now. I mean,
you can see, Mikey Garcia's fighting in Texas, which makes sense. Him being Mexican, they're starting to do little things correct. Victor Ortiz also in Texas, even though it's El Paso. Hey, it's Texas. Guess who's on the undercard? Las Cruces native Austin Trout, close to El Paso. I'm getting better at the globe. So, I'm asking, and you're saying, oh, it's out of the way, this, that, and the third. No. Here's the connection. Wait, man, let me just fucking.
Okay.
You got to understand. This is that moment in the show where we will host we will not mention, but this is probably one of those statements where they jumped off and shit, where I'm gonna say like, yo, I'm the Sherlock Holmes, you're Watson, all right? Just in this at least scenario.
Of course. Well, you're Batman, I'm Robin. We've always said that.
So where I was going with this, okay, so yeah, it's out of the way. And you're from LA, would you consider that a uppity area? San Fernando Valley sounds like it's not in my tax bracket.
Maybe there's definitely parts of San Fernando Valley that are uppity. Yeah, definitely. I would say definitely. Yeah. Yes.
Whose gym is it? Who was all in the ring talking about, oh, look what he did to Bermain Stavern with an exaggerated photo of Bermain Stavern, Jesus Christ style across the floor?
Watson.
Exactly. And elementary, my dear Watson, elementary. Yeah, listen, I think that the Watsons put it together to kind of do a double thing, right?
I think they could have done it a little bit better. That's my only thing. They could have done it better. Is it a great sign? Yeah, but they could have done a little bit better. Like it wasn't 100%.
Oh no, I'm not saying that it's 100% good. I'm just saying I think that they were doing, because they do some sort of boxing classes with a bunch of females in there. It's like a fitness thing. So I don't know if they're trying to attract more attention. And I was told by Aaron Cantu that they were, specific in telling people to upload things saying where it's from, even in the title and description if possible. So it felt like they were doubling as, all right, let's promote Wilder in this upcoming fight and kind of get some, free publicity for our gym. Not that it's just recently open, but I've been following the dual classes.
Well, we know, not that we know, but like it definitely has seemed as of late that the forces and entities of Showtime, Al Heyman Boxing, PBC, Watson, Richard Schaefer, that whole conglomerate, right? That they are definitely on the same page, that they have streamlined their product in a way that maybe some people hate, obviously, because I know a lot of people say, oh, they spent $500 million and they're back on Showtime. I get it. I get that complaint. I get that criticism. Absolutely. But they've definitely streamlined and made an efficient product that is beating out every other boxing product in terms of quality right now.
They use the money to buy the fighters and bring it right back to Showtime. Now,
that's exactly what happened.
I guess Richard Schaefer,
and frankly, they did try to shop out deals to other networks. I don't think any network really, bit on anything. Especially with what we're seeing with the UFC. I know you don't like it, but the UFC looks like they're going to get less than 50% of what they're asking for their new TV deal, and they're very upset about that. So TV properties are down overall.
I agree, man. I just feel like I like the direction that they're moving.
Agreed.
Hopefully they can keep it together. And shout out to, the associate producer that got you the news on Joseph Parker's rematch contract, which gives validity to Wilder's statement, or credence at least. And now they have to take it seriously in the negotiation table. So again,
or it's not outright implemented. Again, Joseph Parker
no, because that's the thing. That's the thing, Matt. They could say to themselves, you know what? I don't like that. We had a scare in the Joseph Parker fight. This doesn't feel right. Let's just give him more money up front and fuck that rematch shit. Because what if those fights are too tough? Now you got to go to immediate rematch. A guy might need a tune-up. He might need a couple months off. You know what I'm saying? Got that immediate rematch with a beast. You don't want that.
That's true. But if you're a big enough star, you can put off the immediate rematch for some time, a la Kovalev Ward, a la Canelo Triple G. You can put off a 9-month in-stream match. You can do it.
9 September to May. Has that been 9? That'll suck if it's really 9.
It's around 9, yeah.
Damn, that means that those guys are this generation stars, because we've been talking about them consistently without filling any lows. You know? They did it properly, because for 9 months, believe you me, Oscar could have made some mistakes and had us believing that this wasn't the route that he was going. And, we had initial rumors with the Lemieux and the Saunders and all these things that were not Triple G, but, luckily, we got it. Let's get to some callers. We're going to go out to the phone lines really quick. Remember the number 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time to voice your opinion here on the Voice of the People hotline. We're going to go out.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Gary in Dallas, one of our editors around here. What's going on, Gary? Talk to us.
Hey, on the wall, the Joshua split. From either side, why would you not take that, right? Like, if you're Joshua, and I can say, all right, a 70-30 split, and I'm going to beat you anyway, so there's not going to be a rematch. There's really only going to be demand for a rematch if Wilder wins, right? So if Joshua thinks he's going to win, say, okay, I'll give you a 30% split, and we'll flip it around in a rematch. That's not ever going to happen. And if you're Wilder, you love that because if he gives you 70-30, then you get 70-30 in the rematch, which is going to be a bigger pot, you would think. So it works out for both people if they think they're going to win. So, I mean,
yeah, but
that's
why
it's a great offer that Wilder put on his head.
But well, let's be fair. Let's be fair. It's not Wilder's offer. Obviously, he's following suit. He's copying off of Joseph Parker's team. And man, I had 2 points, but there goes that. Matt, you want to chime in? Shit.
Nah, you got it.
I had 2 points there.
Blame the
weed. Well, look, man, that 1 point is good enough. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, Joshua already gave that deal to Joseph, so he's kind of.
Or I'll add something since you dropped the ball. Eddie Hearn's job as a promoter is to maximize his fighter's profit. So potentially, Eddie Hearn does realize that Deontay Wilder is probably his fighter's biggest matchup and biggest foe and biggest rival and probably biggest threat. Maybe he does think a little more shrewd. Maybe he does think a little more shrewd about the rematch clause and the split and everything like that because it's a little bit different. They are way more sure about Joseph Parker for a reason. They're taking it right now. If they were more sure about Deontay Wilder, they would have took it right now.
Well, I was also going to say that's why fighters have all these people in their camp, managers, advisors, promoters, because, Wilder would say, I feel confident I'm going to beat him out, Heyman. Give me 30-70. Forget about the rematch. Don't worry. I got him. And then gets knocked out. It's the heavyweight division. Vice versa for Anthony Joshua. He could say, Eddie, I got him. This guy's been talking shit. Believe me, I'm going to train like never. And I got him. But who the fuck is going to believe in and I got him? This is a business. I got him. All right. I'm invested in him. And Eddie's invested in Joshua. And, the only way to get a return on investment is to make sure that you put some sort of fine print in that rematch clause so you could get that money back. But Gary, man, thank you for calling in. Listen, Matt, I think that is more than enough on this topic. Remember, you guys can hit that thumbs up button in the future, present, past. If you're happy that we gave you a Friday, midday show, hit that thumbs up button. If you are even more ecstatic, you can head on over to iTunes, drop us a 5-star review, and let the world know how good this show is and how entertaining it is for you, or how it helps you get throughout your day, how you found it, whatever the case may be. Have that review read live here by the one, the only Matthew, the Hipster Hunter, the reader of all reviews.
Is that my official job title?
No, not at all. And I just want to say, listen, Patreon just came out with their own version. I guess I have to say it. I feel like as if, I don't know.
What, like a millennial?
I feel cheapened by saying that it's like a ripped off version of Instagram live stories or like Periscope or whatever, but at the same time, I'm happy because it works so seamless, and it gives me and Matt the ability to give you some behind the scenes footage to everything that we're doing quickly without all the mumbo jumbo of tags and descriptions, and you guys get all the officialness, right? So definitely check it out because there's some stuff there from the Charlo Camp Life, and there will be from our, more recent trip that we're going to take to see the heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay Wilder, as he prepares for the Luis Ortiz fight. I'm your host, Nestor Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. And if you want to hit me up, do so on patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice, where I answer all messages rapidly.
And remember, on patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice, in about 3 hours, another live edition of Standing 8 Count, Patreon only podcast, boxing only podcast on TBV's official Patreon account. Check that out. Plus amcreditrepair.com. If you want to get your credit right and satisfaction 100% guaranteed or your money back, go to amcreditrepair.com and use the promo code ThaBoxingVoice. You have to do that. You have to use the promo code ThaBoxingVoice in order for, you know, the relationship to work and, you know, for your satisfaction to be 100% guaranteed. So use that promo code and get your credit right, get your life right. I'm Matt Hipster Hunter. You can find me at Mixed Combat News on Twitter, Matt Hunter TBV on Instagram, my MMA podcast, Mixed Combat Radios on Patreon, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, etc. Peace.